So this is my Peugeot 307 2007 restyling, roughly about 47,000 miles. And this is a video about can I resurrect this car battery. So the car battery is a Bosch S5005, 610 cold cranking amps, 63 ampere hours. Currently it's about 8 months old. And when I bought it, I generally measure the state of health cold cranking amps from the battery using this Foxwell BT100 Pro. And if you want to see there, I've had a short review of that. So since I bought it and using this device, even in brand new, when I charge it, it was roughly about 80% state of health. Fully charged, even with two different charges, I never really managed to achieve any more than 80%. So the question is, when I bought it, so they've probably kept it in storage uncharged, and there has some sulfation happened in this battery. Whether this is reversible or irreversible, whether I can bring back this battery more than 80%. I'll be doing that using the Noco 5 Genius charger, which is quite nice charger, but why I bought this because it has a repair function. There is a really good review of that Noco 5 that you can view here. And so I'll try to repair it using this function. So it first has to be charged fully, then repair, and then fully charged again. And let's see if this repairs or restores this car battery. Stay tuned. Positive to positive, negative to negative, and it should light up straight away. 12.84 volts. Press enter. Battery test. And this is out of vehicle because I've disconnected it, so it's like it's out of vehicle. It's not connected to the vehicle. It's a regular battery. The measurement is cold cranking amps, and this is 610 cold cranking amps. Let's see what the results are. So it says good battery, 12.84 volts, 544 cold cranking amps measured out of 610. And state of health is 75%, state of current 100% of course. Resistance between the cells is 5.73, I think it's milliohms. So 75%. So next thing is to plug in the Noco 5, charge it to the max, measure it again, and see how much this improves. So I'll switch off the Noco 5, currently switched off the two leads. I haven't really plugged them in yet, so switch it on to kind of self-test, and this off light will blink, so it's not charging. So I'll switch it on, everything's lit up, and then it's on the off button. So I'll connect the positive, and then have to press the button to go in 12 volts. So there's 12 volts AGM, and 12 volts lithium. So I have to press in once to go to charge 12 volts. And this is now lit, the 12 volts. This here, I'm not too sure if it can be seen. It's currently 25%, 50, 75, 100. When it's solid green, it means that it has fully charged the battery. So now I have to wait quite a few hours. So the Noco Genius 5 has finished. This is a solid green. It was blinking for quite a while. I think the charging went on for at least 7 hours. I had to leave it overnight, so at the 7th hour this was still blinking, so it was charging. Next thing is to switch it off and measure what it has done, how much state of health, and then the resistance. So I've switched it off. I can press the button to take it off and then remove the clamps. Next thing is to measure the state of current. Light up straight away. I'm trying to not to block the light. So 13.20 volts, that's pretty good. Battery test, out of vehicle, regular, cold cranking amps, 610 cold cranking amps, and then it's testing. So 444 cold cranking amps out of 610. I think that was fairly the same as yesterday when I tested it. The second manual, yeah, it's exactly the same. 75%, 100% state of current, and 5.73 resistance. So this hasn't changed anything from charging it with the Noco Genius 5. Next thing, so I'll put the this repair function, 12 volts repair, and see if this anything does anything. And then once this has repaired it, or try to repair it, or whatever, this high pulse electricity, I'll charge it again and then measure again and see if this can change anything. Switch it on, and then it's on the off button. And I have to switch on the 12 volts and then hold it for 5 seconds or 3 seconds, and then it goes to 6 volts, and then it goes to the repair mode. So basically go to 12 volts, then hold this for 3 seconds or 5 seconds, I'm not too sure, and then it will go to 6 volts, press one more, and goes to the repair function. So the repair function is now blinking. I think this will go on for at least 4 hours until it has finished its cycle. So the repair function of the Noco Genius 5 just finished. It goes to switch off or standby mode. It was exactly 4 hours. So I'll unplug it, measure what he's done, the electricity resistance and so on. So let's see what happens. 13.36. Battery test at the vehicle, regular co-cranking amps. 610 co-cranking amps. So 516 co-cranking amps out of 610. This is roughly about 71%, and the resistance has increased slightly to 603. So in all my tests, I've tested this with another battery. It's always, after this repair function, always drops a bit. So next thing, I'll charge it up again to full, and then measure it after I've charged it to full with the Noco Genius 5. I have to press for 12 volts, and this will start blinking at 25, 50. It will pretty quickly rise to be blinking green on the 100%, and it will charge there. So that's, I'm not too sure if you can see it, but it's on the 25%, and then it will go 50 and so on. So let's see if this will really do anything, charge it up a bit more after this repair function. So this was a fairly short charging cycle. It's roughly probably about 20-30 minutes, less than that. It's solid green, but it was already charged, so that's why it only reached any charging. The curve of charging kind of dropped down. It doesn't charge anymore, so it kind of stops charging. So switch it off now. Measure to see what's the state of current. Let's see, 13.26, battery test out of vehicle, regular CCA 610, 523 co-cranking amps out of 610, 72% state of health, 5.95 milliohms, I think, resistance between the cells. So there we have it, 72%. So the Noco 5 Genius didn't really do anything, didn't remove the sulfation, or might not be sulfation in this battery. Well, the thing is that I bought it 8 months ago, so it's really a fairly brand new battery. So at the beginning I measured it, and this was 80% state of health, and now has dropped to 72-75% state of health. So brand new battery, because they're probably two sulfation, irreversible and reversible. So the reversible, you can potentially remove the sulfation and bring the ions within the solution, so then you can charge it. Either the Noco 5, this repair function doesn't do anything, or this is irreversible sulfation. Basically this battery probably stayed for so long in storage in the shop that this sulfation became irreversible, so you can't really extract these ions from the both posts. So this is a thing. Buy one of these devices, and when you order a new battery, measure it. If it's anything like 80%, return it straight away. Charge it fully first time, measure it. If it's 80% or something, just return it straight away. I should have done that. I didn't do that because I ordered it online from Eurocarparts, came back, and it was 80%, and now it's just dropping percentages with time. So this will never last the 5 years that this has guarantee for, or probably won't last more than 3 years, and it's already 8 months. So there you go, quick test to show you that when you buy a new battery, if it's 80%, you won't be able to ever reach anymore, and this repair function would not really work that well. Basically measure it, and not much more you can do. Of course, this could have been some sort of reversible sulfation, but or might be something else wrong with this battery. But there you go. So hopefully that's useful to someone. Thank you very much indeed. If you have any suggestion how I can do something more about this battery, let me know in the comments. Thank you very much indeed.